Hello everyone, this is Govinda and you are welcome in the online platform of DAPS. You must be getting back of me, it's written on the board, Basic Geometrical Ideas. It is from chapter number 4, class 6, Mathematics in CRT. And in this video we are going to talk about the geometry, how geometry is important in our life, how geometry plays an important role in our life, how geometry is related to our life. So first I will come to know and we will come to know what is geometry, what does it mean, this word geometry, where from this word has come, and thereafter we will just talk about the some just term which is related to geometry, means basic terms. Without understanding these terms we cannot aspects geometry we could understand. So this we will see, and thereafter we will see what are the things which we use in our daily life. Geometry is helpful there to understand the things, their size, shape. So we will just see the relation between the things and how geometry is related to that things. So let us just have a look what I am going to tell you. So first term which I will discuss here, that is geometry. So about geometry I must tell you, this geometry it is consist of two words. Geometry, I must tell you, this geometry is what this word is consist of two words. The first word is geo, you can see here this geo, and the another word you can see here metry, or you can say geo means, if you write geo means it is earth. Geo means what? It is earth. And the second thing, that is metry, we can say it is as a metron also. Metry can be read out just said as a metron, and the meaning of word metron, it is measurement, just measurement. So let me write now it's written. So you can see this geometry word is consist of two words, means it is made up by the help of two words, that is geo and metron. So geo means earth and metron means measurement. So we can find, it's very clear, it's written, where we just study the branch of mathematics, where we talk, where we study, where we discuss the measurement of the things which is found on this earth. And we can measure earth also. So the things which is available on the earth, the things which is available in this world, and about their measurement where we study, about their size and shape where we study, that branch is known as only geometry. So we can define geometry is a branch of mathematics which deals the shape, size and the measurement of the objects which we use, which we see around us. So that is there. This geometry word has come from Greek word. This geometry word has come from Greek word, and this is a Greek, I must tell you, this geometry is an English equivalent of Greek word, and this has come from Greek. So if anybody will ask you this geometry is where from belonging this word, then you have to say this is a Greek word, English Greek word. Now you understood the meaning of geo, you understood the meaning of metron, it's a measurement. So this is geometry. About geometry a little bit I must tell you. You see in our just ancient time, you must be reading in the book, you must be watching in the television. In ancient time, our ancestors were there, they were using this geometry throughout in their life. You must be knowing altar and all, they were just doing Rishi Muni used to be there in our country in very ancient time. So Rishi Muni and all the people who were just that time present in this our world, they were using this geometry. They were making a just like a square or rectangular, you can say, and in there they used to put fire like that. So they were using that, but you can see that they did not carry this geometry, they didn't pay attention on this geometry. And others, they have just come to our country and they came and they just got the research on geometry and they developed it. So due to that, only the father of geometry, he is from outside, I mean to say he is not an Indian, he is outsider, and the name of the father of geometry is let me write it, the name of the father of the geometry is Euclid. So he is known as the father of geometry, he just carried the geometry. Now you must be thinking, what is the use of geometry? You see, when you just measure the cultivated land, their geometry is used, because without measuring we cannot say this is my cultivated land. When you make a building, when you make a different kind of what I say constructions work, when you make, their measurement word is used, so geometry is used. You bring to your school tiffin box, that is in the shape, so that is geometry, related to geometry. This is duster, you can say this is also geometry here, because it is having a shape and size, so we can measure it. So this is, you can see this, I have just kept for you this lesson plan. You can see here the geometry, the shape and size, it is there, it is having. This is called line segment, this is called line segment, we will read it. So where everywhere I am having mobile phone, you must be having mobile phone, their shape is geometry. Cloth designing and making cloth, there the geometry is needed. Why? Because we measure the cloth and then after that we cut it, we stitch it. So their geometry word is used. Thereafter tiffin box I said that, book I said that, box I said that, table, chair, bench, everything, everywhere this geometry. Architecture, engineering work, making constructions, making roads, everywhere geometry word is used. So this geometry is very important for us, so we have to understand. Now we are going to just understand the some terms which is related to geometry. So the first term which will come in this list, that is point. So what is point? Let me just define it first, point, thereafter I will just tell you. So point, if you define point, the very simple definition it is there. What is point? A point determines an exact location, an exact location. A point determines a point determines a exact location. Exact location means, you can understand this, and it is represented by this. Suppose I am pointing here a one point and I am writing A, so this is read as a point A. Suppose anywhere it is given and written C, so this is what? Point C. So this is the representation of point, and this is definition. What is definition? A point determines an exact location, and you just put an exact location. Means point tell us where is the exact position or location. You must be getting map, you must have seen that map. On the map, what is India's map? It is written one point is placed there and it's written Bihar. Means what does it mean? On that map, that point shows that in this map Bihar is there. Anywhere it is given on the map and point is given there and it's written Darbhanga. I mean to say, what is this? This point tell us on the map Darbhanga place is there. So point means what? Point tell us the exact location. So suppose we are making a map and there we are just by the pointing we are showing this is Darbhanga, this is Lehriasrai, this is what I say Khan Chowk, this is what I say Kathalbari. So point we will put and that point will represent that place in the map. So point plays important role, so we have to understand. So and this is the representation of point. Anywhere it is given point dot like that, just a point or dot and it's written A, it does mean what? This is a point A, this is a point C. After that point you can see the next term, it is line. So if you want to have a screenshot you can have it, otherwise I will erase this. So after point, now you can see after point what it is there, the next term I will erase, so just sorry for inconvenience. So just wait, and now I will just talk about the next term, that is line. So you must be getting there what is line. So some of you must be knowing, but let me write the definition. It is a straight path, the straight path which can be extended, endlessly, in both the directions. The straight path which can be extended endlessly in both the directions, it is called line. Now what does it mean? you must be getting NH, any NH. In our locality near it is NH 57, so I will obviously take NH 57 example. You must be getting, suppose you are near Darbhanga, Delhi Mall, so if you are standing just near the NH, so you can find and you can see, you can watch there. In this direction also it is towards Muzaffarpur, it is being extended only. There is no limit where it is being stopped and where it is being ended. And in this direction if you go towards Janjarpur, then also there is a no limit, it can be extended and you cannot see the end point. So in both the direction what you feel, it is being extended, there is no end point. So if there is no point in both the directions and it is being extended in both the directions and it is straight, then it is a line. So how to represent this? Suppose this is a line and the point it is there, the name is there A, and the point it is there B, and you can see this is called a line. And why it is called line and why how it is called line, how you will come to know it's a line or what anything else. You see this arrow is giving a great information. If you find arrow at both the end, then you must understand this is a line, because this arrow tells us what? It is not end point, it can be extended in this direction like that, it can be, and in this direction also it can be extended. So this arrow shows that it's not a end point. So line is having no end point, so we'll write it has no end point, no end point, we will write like that. And thereafter if you talk about the representation, how to represent everyone, this is a very this is a very critical question. Everybody knows it, but how to represent symbolic, you see, must pay attention. Suppose this is AB, it's written, so AB I will, and over there you have to put like that, and arrow should be there. So this is the representation of line AB, and this is only the line. So line is a straight path which can be extended endlessly in both the directions. This is a picture example you can say, and it has no end point, and the representation is this. One more thing, we cannot measure the length of line. Sir, we can measure no from here to here. Yes, we can measure, but it is not end point. I said that in the beginning. And this is, and if not the starting and not ending point, where to where you have to measure, and you will measure, because no starting, no ending point. So it does not have what? Length. So we cannot measure. No, it does not have length. So it has length, but we cannot measure, so it is there. So you don't write like that, you write length cannot be measured, length can't be measured, because it is not having a starting or ending point. So this is about line. After line you see the next term it is there. What is that? That is after point, that is line segment. So for line segment I will write, you just pay attention and wait for a moment, I will not take too much time in erasing and all. So now you see the second term is that line segment. Line segment. And what is line segment? Line segment, the shortest distance between two fixed points. The shortest distance between two fixed points. So line segment is what? It is the shortest distance between two fixed points. Now you see, suppose this is a and this is a B, and these 2 points are fixed here. You can see I have just marked it, and if you join this line, so you see this is only the line segment. So a straight path which is having end points, it is called line segment, and a straight path which does not have end point is called line. So this is the difference between line and line segment only. So the shortest difference, and you see if this is a starting point, then from here to here you can measure or not? We can measure. And suppose if this is a starting point, then it will become obviously ending point, and this is starting, then it will be ending, and both can be set as an ending point also. So from here to here you can measure, or you can measure here to here. So it is having a definite length. So representation first you see. So this is how to represent it. AB will be written, and over there this will be given. And you can see in this arrow is not given. Arrow is not given means what? It is end point, and this is also end point. So in the representation also arrow will not be there. So this is the representation for line segment. Definition you have seen only. Length can be measured. Length can be measured. Length can be measured. This is also one important thing. Length of line segment can be measured. This is the representation, and how you see this. So this is about what I say, and it is having two end points. You can write. So this is important about the line segment. So this is your line segment. If you want to have the screenshot, you can have it. Otherwise, I will erase. So this is line segment. Now the next one is what? Now you see the next one is ray. The next one is what? Ray. And what is ray? This is also the part of this line segment only. You see a little bit difference is there between them. So what is ray? You see now, ray, it is also a straight path which is having a one end point, or we can say a straight path which can be extended endlessly in one direction only. A straight path, a straight path which can be extended, endlessly, spell of endlessly in one direction only. So this is the definition for ray. A ray is what? A straight path which can be extended endlessly in one direction only. So you see, line was in both the direction, line segment in no any direction, and ray is what? In single one direction. In any direction, it is not fixed like that, this side or this side only. No, any side, but in any one side only. So a straight path which can be extended endlessly in one direction only. So you see, this is AB, and if I put here arrow, now it became ray. It became what? Ray. And how representation will be there? That is very important here. You must pay attention. Representation of ray. This is AB ray, and the representation of this ray will be what? Like that, AB. Towards B it can be extended. So here also it should be represented towards B only. Above B only arrow will be there. If anybody write like that for this, then it is wrong representation for this line. It is wrong for this, it is correct for this. So please pay attention. You see, if I draw like that, A, B like that, M and N, you see. Here what will be the name and the representation for this ray? This ray will be M, N, and if you put like that arrow, because towards N it is being extended. So towards B above N, this arrow should be there. In which direction it is? If anybody write like that N, M and they put like that, this is wrong representation. So please take care of this, the representation of ray. In which direction it is being extended, arrow should be there above that point only. So please take care of this. If you talk about the length cannot be measured. Why cannot be measured? Because you know, if suppose from here you start just measuring, but you are not getting the end point. So till where you have to take? It's not we are not having end point. So we cannot measure the length. So length cannot be measured, and it will have a one end point. It will have a one end point. So this is about what? This is about ray. So about the ray, line and line segment difference is what? Ray is having one arrow, means I mean to say one end point, and in one direction it can be extended. In line, no end point, in both the direction it can be extended, and line segment, in no any direction it can be extended, it is having two end points. So this is about the ray, line and line segment. Now the next point is, that is an angle. So how to define? This is the last term which is related to geometry, which I am going to discuss in this video. So that is angle. What is an angle? You see, this is also related to ray only. When two rays meet at a common end point, angle, let me write the definition. When two rays meet at a common end point, meet at a common end point, an angle is formed. When two rays meet at a common endpoint, an angle is formed. You see, so suppose I am going to take, this is a one ray A, B, and the another ray, and they should have a common endpoint. Suppose you take like that, C and D ray. It is not being meet, but you see it is written here, when two rays meet at a common endpoint. So it should be matched. So like that you take, suppose this is A B ray and this is what, A C ray, and both the ray, you see both the ray, they are meeting at a point AC and AB, both are meeting at a common endpoint, that is A. So this is an angle. You can define angle by another way. When two rays meet at a common endpoint, there is an inclination formed. This inclination is called an angle. You can see here, when two fingers like that, if you put, this is also forming, yes, angle here. If you put hand like that, you see one of the ray, angle is formed here. Here also you can say, if this is one ray and this is another ray, this is angle formed. So everywhere angle, wherever two rays will be meeting, angle will be forming. So this is an angle, and this is not the representation of angle. So this is an angle. Now how to represent this angle? This is the symbol for angle. This is the symbol. So if anywhere you are representing angle, do not write without symbol. If you write without symbol, that will be wrong. So please take care of this. So this is the symbol for what? This is the symbol for angle. And how to write the name of the angle, you know? At this A point, common A point, both the rays are being met, no? So here only angle is being made. So the name of the angle will be what? Angle A. So A you will write and you will put like that. Then this is the correct representation. And one more important thing I must tell you, any angle can be written by three ways. The name of the angle can be represented or written by three ways. So this is one of the way to write. The second way is what to write? You see, it's very easy. Where angle is being formed, that will be always in between. So where angle is being formed? At A, so A you write in between. And another, this is AB, so B it is there another point, and AC, so C is another point. So one time what to do, you write B here and C here, and one time what you do, you C here and B here. Means one time B at first, C at last, and one time C at first, B at last, and always where the angle is being made, that will be in between. So this is angle BAC. Angle BAC also it can be written, and angle CAB also it can be written. So any angle can be represented or can be written by three ways. As per the requirement, it is not like that always everywhere three name you have to write for the one angle. No, one angle name will be written, but we should know. So I have just written it. And one more thing I must tell you, this is called arm of an angle. This is called what? Arm of an angle. So if you will have to, and this is also arm of an angle. So in one angle there will be two arms, and who will be the arm? Ray will be the only arm. So if you have to write the name of the arm, then you will write arm. The name of the arm is what? AB and AC. So you will represent like that, AB and AC. Why sir you have put like that arrow? Because it's ray, so I have to put arrow here towards AC and towards AB. So you can see arrow where it is placed. So these two are arm known as, and this point where both the rays are being meet, this common end point is called vertex. So if you talk about the vertex, A is vertex here. But simply A if you write, then it is vertex. Don't put this symbol before this, it will become angle. Take care of this. When you are going to write angle, then only this have to be used. Otherwise this is vertex, so simply it will be written vertex. So these are the parts of angle: vertex, arms, this, and writing of the name of angle. So by that way you have seen that in this video I have discussed some basic term which is just related to geometry. Now in this video further information will be given, so please just must watch it, pay attention and do practice at home. Thank you, have a nice day.